I'm just amazed at how God orchestrates things around us. And so oftentimes it's only in looking back on it that we can see how his hand is really working in that. The whole thing begins in the summer of 2016. I was leading this task force of other college ministry leaders from around the country. And we were trying to figure out where would be the most strategic places in regard to college campuses to be able to see churches planted.
The Forgotten 50. We were able to pay for and be involved in a research project that finally culminated in a list of 50 universities, Canada and the U.S., where there was very little access to the gospel on the campus and very little access to the gospel in the city in which the college or university was located. And so the Baptist State Convention, led by our collegiate team and Jonathan Yarborough at that time, really grasped hold of this project.
I felt like I was sort of leaving it behind, that the project was just dead in the water.
Jeremy came home and was saying hey, I think we need to think about what it might look like to move to Canada and do ministry there. And very different than the first time he said that. I was like, yeah, I think you're right. Because of the work that the Lord had already done in my heart to make me ready for it. It was probably one of the shorter conversations that we had ever had about ministry and church planning and all of that.
Yeah. That really began the process for us of, okay, Lord, our yes is on the table, and I want you to put it on the map.
So Jeremy contacted me September 2020. I'm currently in a Send Network Catalyst role, coaching and assessing and working with church plants to see them healthy and flourish. And I thought, interesting that this guy would come up from North Carolina to possibly plant a church here in Atlantic Canada. And so we began to talk and chat and email.
It was October of 2020, and we were on a Zoom call with Chad and his wife Linda, and man, he just went for broke. And he said, hey man, what did you think about planting a church with me here in Halifax, Nova Scotia?
Halifax is the biggest city within Atlantic Canada. And it's a port city, and so there's people coming to this port, and then they're going other places in Canada or around the world. And as he's describing this, my mind is realizing that we as a church can reach people and then send them back out to wherever they're going. And so it's not necessarily about growing a giant church, it's about reaching the nations with the gospel.
When I get here, and I start hearing Jeremy talk about planting a church and how God is stirring in him, it wasn't even immediate in that process that I kind of put all the pieces together and realized that the number one campus on that list of the Forgotten 50 was St. Mary's University in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
On behalf of the Baptist State Convention, I can't express how excited we are that Mercy Hill is going to grasp the challenge of planting the gospel at St. Mary's University in Halifax. That's kingdom partnership, and that's kingdom impact.
I think one of the most freeing things is to live in the knowledge that you are walking in obedience to what God has called you to do. Just that overwhelming sense of, okay, Lord, this is what you're calling us to do, and we're going to trust you in that process, and that's okay.